Hello and welcome to Carlos and Lisa. I'm Lisa Remillard.
And I'm Carlos Amezcua. It's nice to have you with us, but I'm beginning to feel like my neighbors are abandoning us, Lisa. They're like thinking and talking about actually leaving California and going to parts unknown.
You know, Californians are a special breed. I always say, you know, like we are diehard Californians, especially if you're born and raised here. So it's really difficult.
Both of us were, right? Both of us were born and raised here, yeah.
So it's a real big deal for us to be like, I'm going to leave my beloved homeland and move somewhere else. But the fact of the matter is, and studies are showing, because of what's going on in the world, people are fleeing or thinking of fleeing California at record numbers.
I mean, this was happening before. Remember when Governor Rick Perry came to Los Angeles and started, you know, poaching businesses from California to move them to Texas because they would give them tax breaks and they get a better home and all that kind of. This happened several years ago. Now it's accelerated with the pandemic. It really has made people think, do I want to live in California? Because they seem to be very restrictive. That's just adding another layer to this nonsense, right?
Right. So some of the most recent data has the pandemic involved in it, but the bottom line, and it could be pandemic related when you think of it down, you know, think it all the way through. But the fact is that I think it's 53% of Californians are considering leaving, which is insane to me. And
well, the highest, more places for us to go, more for us.
And the highest, the largest group of people are millennials. By the way, millennials get a really bad rap, but the fact of the matter is millennials are like adults now. You know, they're not kids anymore.
Yeah, they're having kids.
They have kids. And 63% of those people, this is an Edelman Intelligence study, by the way, 63% of those respondents say the number one reason is housing costs. Housing
of course. Yeah, that's, you know, California, especially LA, has been really, really expensive for a long, long time. And when people move here, they always say, well, you know, if you're coming from other parts of the country, you go, well, we'll get a house, $300,000-$400,000 and we'll be fine. Dude, you get a tough shed for $300,000.
Hey, I'd love to know where you can get a house for $200,000.
I mean, honestly, if you look anywhere in Southern California, what you're going to get for your money is a lot less than what you're going to get in Tennessee or Texas or Idaho or you know, Arkansas or some other place in the world where people, you know, live within reasonable. But of course, people here also make a little bit more money. So there is the allure. The thing you can't really get anywhere else in the country is our great weather.
Right. Well, and you know, people right now,
no bugs, that sort of thing.
But people right now are, because of the studies are showing, because of the pandemic, they want a little more space. And we all know that in California, we live kind of on top of each other. Even in some of the suburbs, we live very close together. So they want acreage and land. You just can't get acreage and land like you used to be able to in California.
I was watching a piece on 60 Minutes the other day about the Wright family, and they had like 11 kids, and they live on this ranch in southern Utah. And as they're riding their horses through that, it struck me like these people live like in paradise. They have I mean, like these guys are rodeo people. They're like the world's best rodeo people on the planet. But that's not what I got out of it. I got out of the wide open spaces they have, the chance to go out and ride your horse and not see another human being for days.
Could you imagine that
and
life?
I think that's a lure that people are now in California saying, you know, I could go out there and live like that. I might be able to consider that, you know, because we're doing this Zoom thing, right? Everybody's working on their computers at home. Why can't I do it from Idaho? Why can't I do it from, you know, northern Georgia in the mountains and, you know, who knows where?
Yeah. Look, as a journalist, I have lived, and I know you have too, I've lived in a lot of different places, and there's things that are specific to California that you don't realize don't exist other places. Like I never realized that people didn't live with traffic. Like I never knew that before. Like I thought everywhere had traffic, and I thought every house was a $1 million house. I just thought that until I moved somewhere else, and I realized, wait a minute, I could live another way. But I did find that when I lived other places, I became very angry. And I realized, I started to believe it was because I was far from the ocean. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's not that I go to the beach or that I frequent the ocean or even swim in the ocean. I just like to know it's there. And when I'm away from it, I think it makes me angry.
Oh, okay. So I have a similar story, and it's very quick. I always go, what side are the mountains on? Are they on the right side or the wrong side? And when I went on the East Coast, everything was backwards for me. Like the mountains were the wrong way, and the mountains should be over here, not over there.
Right.
And so that's part of the California in me that, you know,
Right.
the mountains go all the way to the ocean. There's something very, very much home for me when I see the beach, when I see the mountains, when I feel the great weather, and it, you know, never gets to be humid, and you know, we have little bugs, not giant bugs. But yeah, but still people are saying they've had enough. They're fed up and they're leaving. So
they've had enough.
Good
So if
riddance,
you are
folks.
one of those, I understand your plight. I totally get it. I think we're going to stay here a little while longer. I don't think I'm going anywhere anytime soon. I don't think you are either.
No.
So stick around. We have a great show for you.